Hello, welcome to the show, and I have divine weather for my trip to McLaren Vale today, where I'll be showing you a new place to sip and stay that is a design delight. But first, here's what else is in store. The feel-good phenomenon that's getting music lovers together. Callum serves up a smooth and simple vanilla bean ice cream that's perfect for summer. But first, here's Ron.
The promotional video gives you some idea of what South Australians can expect when the life-saving World Championships come to Adelaide again for the second time in 6 years. It's a major coup for this state. Up and down our coastline, competitors are getting ready for intense competition through much of November and early December. It's a dirty day here at Port Noarlunga, perfect conditions for these blokes to hone their skills. When the World Championships are underway, there'll be more than 4,500 competitors from 45 countries gathered here in Adelaide, and they'll compete over 16 days. The Southport Phantoms have been training for the start of competition in mid-November, but for blokes like Norm Churchman, it's been a lifelong passion.
I started on this very beach here at Port Noarlunga back in 1963.
Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 72 years of age.
You scrub up pretty well there, Norm.
Yes, thank you very much for the compliment.
The Phantom crew's average age is 65. They train here, but come the Masters event, they'll be gliding through the waters off Glenelg Beach.
Yeah, look, Surf Life Savings values is about fun and enjoyment, and from the littlies all the way through to the elderly, if I can say, the masters, that's what it is. That's our very foundation.
Life-saving competitions are run all over the world with participants from 8 years old to 80, which means nippers like Zoe Williams have a lifetime of competition ahead of them.
Nippers is all about fitness and having fun.
Yeah. And what about you, Zoe? Do you like it?
Yes.
Why?
It's really fun because you get to do different activities.
You know, I was just thinking sometimes a girl of your age, what, you're 8 now?
Yes.
Do you ever get scared when you look at the water out
Only if it's really deep and you can't see the bottom.
there? That goes for most of us, but not these teenagers as they paddle out towards Port Noarlunga Reef. The life-saving movement is often about challenging yourself.
I started when I was 4 years old, like just roaming around on the beach, and I was scared of the water. I never liked it, but now I'm glad with all the coaching and help I can paddle out to the reef.
But it's not all about the surf. Many overseas competitors are expected to do well in the pool.
It encompasses the whole family worldwide, from surf lifesaving in Australia to Germany, the UK, America, all over the world. It's the biggest organisation of lifesavers in the world.
So many of these people would be working near rivers and lakes, not necessarily the surf.
That's correct, and they have special skills for that area. In Iceland, Norway, you've got special boats, and they deal with ice rescues and fast-flowing rivers and so forth. So we all have different skills throughout the world.
Down at Port Elliot, this father-son team are keen on catching a few fish, while for club members, it's all about the flying fish, a wooden wonder that's now part of Port Elliot's surf life-saving heritage. These blokes soon have her flying through the waters of Horseshoe Bay. She was a gift from the Wollongong Surf Lifesaving Club way back in the 50s. Proof the bonds between clubs run long and deep. But come mid-November, it won't be club versus club or state versus state.
We can take part in something that's truly a world competition rather than local, state or Australian. This will be fantastic.
Competition can come at a cost, I should know. I was competing on this beach in the veterans class, of course, in a beach sprint many years ago, and I thought I was about to cover myself in glory when, in the final stages of the race, I pulled both hamstrings at the same time. Ouch. It was very painful and very embarrassing. Come November 16th, the real athletes will be out in force as part of the Life-Saving World Championships in Adelaide. For details, head to the website. We can put our mixture back in.
Next, Callum whips up a creamy vanilla bean ice cream.
Did you know that dairy is now Australia's third largest agricultural industry? And with over 250 farms dotted throughout the state, it makes up a vital part of South Australia's economy. So today I've come down to Laflurio to find out more. Hi David, Callum, how are you mate?
Good, thanks Callum.
Thanks for having me. Can you show me the way?
Will do.
Mount Compass farmer David Basham's involvement in the dairy industry goes way back up his family tree all the way to the 1840s. Apart from the familiar black and white Holstein Friesians here, they're also the oldest Guernsey breeders in the country.
Here on the farm we start about 3 in the morning. Morning milking starts first thing, so get up, get the cows in, milk the cows. It takes about 3 hours. Then after the milking, clean up. Then we feed the calves. Different times of the year we have to feed the cows and we do maintenance and all sorts of things on the farm.
Wow.
And then in the afternoon we milk them again, so start about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
With around 300 cows, David and his team are producing about 9,000 litres a day, which is around about 30 litres per cow. Best I lend a hand then.
A hand in there.
Hand in like so?
Yep, then I'll push this button for you.
Okay. Two down, a whole bunch to go.
It's no secret our farmers have been doing it tough the last few years. And to help combat this, David was instrumental in developing the Sada Fresh brand 4 years ago.
It's there to support farmers. 10 cents per litre goes back to a fund that supports programs, R&D, that will help farmers on the ground and do wonderful things for the South Australian farmers.
From butter to yoghurt to cheese, there are so many wonderful things that you can make from milk. I'm feeling inspired, so I say we head back to the kitchen and whip up something delicious. Let's go. Now, I wanted to cook a recipe that highlighted just how good that milk is. And for me, that's the perfect vanilla bean ice cream. And we're gonna do it with a little strawberry compote. So the first thing I wanna do is get 250 mils of milk and 250 mils of cream into a saucepan. We're gonna add a scraped vanilla bean to that as well. Whilst that vanilla is infusing into the milk and cream, I've got 6 egg yolks to which I'm going to add 100 grams of caster sugar. Give this a really good whisk together, just until that caster sugar is dissolved. Okay, beautiful. Our milk mixture has come to the simmer. I'm going to remove that from the heat now and just let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes to infuse that vanilla. Once that's infused, we've just brought it back up to being warm again and we're going to pour it through a sieve to get rid of that vanilla pod now into our eggs and sugar mixture. Now we just want to combine the two mixtures together with the whisk. New saucepan just over a medium heat. We can put our mixture back in and we're effectively making a custard or a creme anglaise, which is like a thin pouring custard rather than a pastry custard which might have a little bit of corn flour or something in it. We just want to keep the mixture moving around so it doesn't catch and we don't end up with any sort of eggy bits at the bottom of the custard.
You know your ice cream's thick enough when it hits 82 degrees, or you can draw a distinctive line on the back of a wooden spoon with your finger. Cool the mixture down and then pour it into the ice cream machine to work its magic.
Now, ice cream, as our inner child knows, is perfectly delicious as it is, but I'm going to show you how to make a strawberry compote, which is a chunky kind of quick strawberry sauce to serve with it. I've got a pan over a medium heat here, to which I'm going to add a punnet of strawberries we've just cut into quarters. And then only 2 more ingredients in our compote is done. We've got about 1/4 cup of honey.
Add a couple of tablespoons of balsamic vinegar and cook it down on a medium to high heat until the strawberries soften.
Our little strawberry mixture here has become syrupy, it's thickened, it's darkened in colour slightly, and for 3 ingredients, this is the best strawberry sauce you'll ever have.
I like my ice cream on the softer side, and after about 20 minutes, it's ready to serve.
I tell you what, for a warm summer's day, there's not too many things I'd rather eat.
After the break, living it up at our Hotel California. We've seen some really stylish and innovative cellar doors popping up in the Southern Vales lately, but this has to be one of my favourites. Why's that? Well, because you can come to play, but you can also stay. Inkwell Wine's striking new premises boast plenty of design delights. Constructed around 20 shipping containers, the building embodies its owner's principles of sustainability. And inside the cellar door, Irina Santiago Brown and Dudley Brown are busy showcasing another aspect of that ethos, their organic wines.
This is a white wine made like a red wine. So it soaks on the skins for 2 weeks and gets all this extra colour and flavour.
Tastings here are conducted on a 20-minute rotation, which allows Dudley and Irina to give focus to the experience for each group of visitors. Though Daisy the dog does tend to butt in a bit. We're going in! And she's keen that I don't miss out on the experience either. Let's go. So what is it that sets Inkwell apart from what else is happening in the Vale?
Well, Inkwell's completely focused on expressing this particular site. It's a very special site for growing wine, and we farm everything organically and sustainably, and we make the wines without any addition. So it's wild yeast. We just handpick the grapes and put them into fermenters, and away they go.
Yeah, I can taste how happy those grapes are.
They're very happy.
There's lots to taste and lots of places to taste from. Maybe sample a Shiraz out on the deck. Or a Viognier with a view from the purpose-built viewing platform. That's quite a vista. You can take it up a notch and book in for one of several guided tastings with the vignerons in this rather swish reserved tasting area. And believe me, they're just as interesting as their wine. Irina has a PhD in sustainable viticulture, and Dudley has serious Lego skills. That's how he came up with the idea for the building.
I had partial knee replacements on both knees and was laid up on the couch for a few months, heavily sedated on Indone. And we were talking about using containers. I got the idea, I was like, oh, maybe I could design it with Lego.
With a little help from architects and engineers, the model came to life. And below the tasting area are 3 beautiful hotel suites, also constructed with sustainability in mind. My favourite indulgence is a huge bathroom, and this one doesn't disappoint. A soak in the bath doesn't even seem sinful, as the property only uses rainwater and recycles wastewater for irrigation. Each suite feels perfectly private, even with the huge windows looking out onto the vineyards.
All the suites, they are facing that view, and the sunsets are just spectacular, just like you forget about anything. People come like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for drinks, I'm gonna go for dinner, blah, blah, and they don't leave. They stay on the deck just, with a glass of wine, doing kangaroo watching or bird watching, and then they go out later when it's dark.
This small but perfectly formed haven is called the Hotel California Road, named not just for the location of the property, but for the song. And it's not the only musical reference. Many of Inkwell's single vineyard wines draw on song titles, but there's a whole second range called dub style. And like the musical genre, it mixes things up a bit, taking some unexpected directions with familiar grape varieties. Have a look at Inkwell's website, where you can find out more about tasting options or book yourself a room at the Hotel California Road. Such a lovely place. Now, in the spirit of innovation, I'm going to try something completely new. It's the dub-style bubbly. And according to the can, it's the world's first sparkling, preservative-free, slightly sweet vegan Viognier in a can. And it's best enjoyed as an aperitif or with dessert, but I say is best savoured over a beautiful Southern Vales view. Coming up, choir at the pub.
Why does singing make us feel so damn good? Well, tonight I'm joining a bunch of strangers for a sing-along to find out. I've come along to Choir at the Pub, a movement that's hitting all the right notes and bringing people together through song.
So it's kind of like
Every Monday night at the Gov is choir night. Over 90 minutes, choir master Jennifer DeGrassi teaches punters a 3-part harmony to a popular song. This evening, with a drink in hand to help lubricate the vocal cords, we'll be learning a chart-topping classic. This feel-good phenomenon took off in Brizzy a couple of years back and has since spread around the country. After all, nothing is as contagious as belting out a good tune. and getting music lovers together is what the Gov does best.
We've been looking around for a while. We've been watching on Facebook and the social media, seeing the success of the choirs of the pub in the eastern states. And around about the same time, Jennifer contacted us and she was on the same page, so we've gone with it. It's working out really, really well.
The beauty of singing in a group is the collective sound carries you regardless of your ability. There really is power in the numbers.
It's not about the technique and about being a really exceptional singer. Anyone can do this. We've all got the same stuff, we've all got the same equipment. Anyone can sing, and they do, and they have a great time. When people leave, they're in a different place. They are buzzing, those endorphins are all happening in their body, all those feel-good chemicals, and so they walk out of here just on this amazing dynamic to take home to their families, so I love that.
Every week, there's a new song to learn. Meaning you can dip in and out of this choir without any regular commitment. In the past, they've sung popular hits from artists like Crowded House and David Bowie. But tonight, it's Adele with Rolling in the Deep.
All right, so we've learnt our three-part harmonies, and now it's time to give it a crack. Let's go, team.
Impression is everyone's welcome. It's fun, no pressure.
It makes you feel inclusive but doesn't put you on the spot. It feels really easy to just join in and sing along with everyone.
And everyone is there for the same reasons, to enjoy the songs and enjoy singing together. A lot of people don't really do that anymore, and I think that's something that's really lacking in our culture, just coming together, sharing some music and having fun. It's just nice.
It's just so much fun, and you feel great afterwards. Singing with a group of people you've never met before, and you just go home on a high.
Choir at the Pub is on every Monday night from 7 until 8:30 at the Gov. Entry is $10. It's a great way to start the week on a high.
Well, we are almost out of time, but